Sasuke vs. Vegeta. A battle beyond worlds. The dimensional rift tore through reality like paper, splitting the sky above an abandoned wasteland. On one side stood Sasuke Uchiha, his Rinnegan eye glowing with purple intensity. On the other, Vegeta descended from the clouds, his aura crackling with golden energy. Another insect to crush. Vegeta sneered, crossing his arms. "You look weak." Sasuke's expression remained cold. Big words from someone who reeks of arrogance. Let's see if you can back them up. First, clash without warning. Sasuke's Sharingan tracked the movement instantly, allowing him to pivot and block the devastating punch aimed at his head. The impact created a shockwave that split the ground beneath them into a spiderweb of cracks. Impressive reflexes, Vegeta admitted, pushing harder. But can you keep up? Sasuke activated his lightning blade, Chidori screaming to life in his palm. He thrust forward, but Vegeta backflipped away, the electricity missing by inches. In response, Vegeta fired a barrage of ki blasts. Sasuke weaved through them with supernatural grace, his eyes predicting every trajectory. Amaterasu! Black flames erupted from Sasuke's line of sight, racing toward Vegeta. The Saiyan Prince smirked and powered up, his aura exploding outward and deflecting the black fire. Cute. Trick. My turn. Vegeta launched forward with blinding speed, unleashing a combination of punches and kicks that would have pulverized mountains. Sasuke's Sharingan allowed him to read every move, but the sheer power behind each strike forced him to give ground. A knee caught him in the ribs, sending him skidding backward. The escalation, Sasuke wiped blood from his lip. You're strong, I'll admit, but strength isn't everything. He formed hand signs rapidly. Fire style. Great fireball. A massive sphere of flame roared toward Vegeta, followed immediately by lightning style. Kirin. Thunder roared as a dragon-shaped bolt of lightning descended from the sky. Vegeta raised one hand. Final flash. The golden beam tore through both attacks like they were nothing, continuing straight for Sasuke. At the last second, Sasuke substituted with a log, appearing behind Vegeta. Got you. Got you. His sword, channeling lightning, aimed for Vegeta's back, but Vegeta caught the blade with 2 fingers. Predictable. He spun and kicked Sasuke into a cliff face, the impact creating a crater. Before the dust settled, Vegeta was there again, pummeling him with ruthless efficiency. Each punch shook Sasuke's bones. Each kick threatened to end the fight. Is this all the ninja world has to offer? Vegeta taunted. Sasuke's eyes bled, awakening their full power. I haven't even started. Susanoo Awaken's purple energy erupted around Sasuke, forming the skeletal structure of his Susanoo. It grew rapidly flesh armor, weapons until a towering warrior stood between them. The Susanoo drew a massive bow, arrows of pure chakra forming. What is this? Vegeta's eyes widened slightly. My perfect defense and offense, Sasuke replied from within. The arrows launched, each one carrying devastating force. Vegeta dodged and deflected, but the Susanoo kept firing. One arrow grazed his shoulder, cutting through his armor like paper. The Saiyan Prince growled. This opponent was more troublesome than expected. Fine, I'll get serious. Vegeta's aura exploded, his hair standing on end. Super Saiyan! Golden light engulfed him, his power multiplied exponentially. With a roar, he charged straight through the Susanoo's arrows and punched the massive construct's chest. Cracks spread across the purple armor. Sasuke gritted his teeth, reinforcing the Susanoo. It grew larger, more detailed, wielding a sword of black flames. The blade swept down toward Vegeta. With world-ending force, Vegeta caught it with both hands, his muscles straining. Heavy, but not heavy enough. With raw strength, he shattered the blade and punched through the Susanoo's chest plate. The construct wavered, and Vegeta didn't stop, unleashing a barrage of ki blasts from point-blank range. Explosions rocked the battlefield, and the Susanoo began to crack apart. Dimensional Warfare. Sasuke deactivated the Susanoo before it could drain him completely. He needed to be smarter as Vegeta charged in for another assault. Sasuke's Rinnegan blazed Aminote Hikara. Space twisted. Vegeta suddenly found himself in a different location, his punch hitting air. Sasuke appeared where Vegeta had been, kunai ready. But Vegeta's battle instincts were too sharp. He spun mid-air and blocked. Space-time jutsu, Sasuke murmured, continuing to swap positions with rocks, debris, anything in his line of sight. Vegeta found himself constantly disoriented, unable to land a clean hit. "Stop running!" Vegeta roared, frustrated. "I'm not running, I'm winning." Sasuke opened a portal beneath Vegeta's feet. The Saiyan fell through, emerging in the sky, only to be met with another Amaterasu. The black flames clung to his aura, burning despite his power. Vegeta growled, forcing more energy out to burn away the flames. Enough games. He fired a Gallic gun, the purple beam destroying everything in its path. Sasuke opened another portal, redirecting the attack. Back at Vegeta, the prince batted it aside, but Sasuke had already moved, appearing behind him with Chidori ready. The lightning blade pierced through, but it was an afterimage. Too slow. Vegeta appeared above him, both hands clasped together. He brought them down on Sasuke's head like a hammer, driving him into the ground so hard it created a crater visible from space. The final exchange, Sasuke struggled to his feet, blood streaming down his face. His chakra reserves were depleting. Vegeta landed nearby, also breathing harder. This ninja was testing even a Super Saiyan. "You're tough," Vegeta admitted, "but this ends now. I'll show you the power of a Saiyan Prince." His aura intensified, blue overtaking gold. Super Saiyan Blue. The sheer pressure of his transformation leveled everything within a mile radius. Sasuke felt the overwhelming power and knew he was outmatched in raw strength, but he had one advantaged strategy. Chibaku, Tenzai, a black sphere shot into the sky. Immediately, the ground began to rise, chunks of earth flying upward, drawn by immense gravitational force. Even Vegeta felt the pull. The rocks formed a massive sphere around them, growing larger and larger, threatening to seal them both. Vegeta powered up. "I," said ... ENOUGH. He unleashed his full power, the explosion of energy shattering the planetary core from within. Rocks rained down like meteors, but both warriors stood in the clearing dust, facing each other one last time. Sasuke's Rinnegan and Sharingan. Sasuke's Rinnegan. Vegeta's blue aura roared like an inferno. They charged simultaneously. Chidori met ki-enhanced feast. The collision created a blinding flash, a shockwave that could be felt across dimensions. For a moment, everything was silent. When the light faded, both warriors stood back to back, having passed each other in their final exchange. Sasuke's Susanoo ribcage flickered around him protectively. Vegeta's armor was cracked, blood dripping from a cut across his cheek. "Humph," Vegeta grunted. "You actually made me bleed." Sasuke deactivated his dojutsu, exhausted. "And you're still standing. Impressive." Vegeta turned slightly. "Next time, I won't hold back." "Neither will I." The dimensional rift began to close, pulling Sasuke back to his world. Vegeta watched him go, a small smirk on his face. Ninja ... Interesting. As Sasuke returned to his dimension, he allowed himself the smallest smile. He'd faced a god-level threat and survived. The Saiyan Prince was unlike any opponent he'd ever encountered. No tricks, no deception, just overwhelming power and battle instinct. But next time, Sasuke thought, he'd be ready. And somewhere across dimensions, Vegeta thought the same thing.